2 years ago today, a gunman opened fire inside a King Soopers store in Boulder, killing 10 people. Employees, shoppers, and an officer responding to the shooting. This morning, we remember the people who died that day and the indelible mark this tragedy left on our lives.
In the 2 years since the shooting, so much has changed in Colorado and specifically in Boulder. 9
News reporter Darius Johnson joins us from the Table Mesa King Soopers. And Darius, what are some of the changes we have seen since then?
Hey there, Jordan and Corey. Good morning to you both. It's hard to believe that it's been 2 years since that tragic day that unfolded right here at this store behind me. Many of us responding right here to this parking lot. Since this shooting happened 2 years ago, I can tell you that Boulder has passed some of the strictest gun laws right here in the state of Colorado. Those same local leaders who pushed for those laws right here in Boulder are pushing for other cities right here in this Boulder County to do the same. Boulder, along with Superior and Louisville, passed extensive new laws just last summer. Those laws include raising the age to buy a gun in Boulder to 21 and waiting 10 days to purchase a firearm. Boulder also passed a measure banning so-called assault-style weapons. Right now, that's on hold while the courts decide on a lawsuit brought by Rocky Mountain gun owners. A judge will have to decide if that can be enforced. Boulder's mayor says the city is taking all preventable actions after 10 lives were sadly taken 2 years ago today.
I think we've passed essentially all of the policies that need to be passed here locally, with that suite of 8 measures, including, banning ghost guns as well, and bump stocks and things like that. So we've really taken, I think, every practical measure we can locally. So I think the work that's left to be done is hopefully enact more of these at the state and federal level.
Back out here live, we know that the suspected shooter in this shooting that took place 2 years ago, the trial rather, is currently on hold because that shooter has been deemed incompetent to stand trial. However, just last week, a judge decided not to force any more intense psychological screening for that suspect. The judge, however, did not rule out the possibility of prosecutors arguing that the suspect is in fact competent to stand trial. The next competency hearing is set for next month on April 28th, Corey.
Truly is hard to believe, Darius, that it's been 2 years. For so many, it feels like it was just yesterday.
I mean, for those of us who were responding that day, for those who worked inside this store and those who lived right here in this sacred, tight-knit Boulder community, it's affected everyone. And Amy and I were just talking about walking through the store within the next 30 minutes or so before the next live shot, just to be able to see the faces of some of those who still work here, who are also here on the day of that tragedy.
Yeah, it can certainly be a tough day for a lot of people as we remember this. All right, Darius, thank you.
Well, today Boulder is holding a remembrance event at E-Town Hall honoring the lives lost and forever changed that day. Doors open at 5. It's free and open to the public, but in-person attendance is limited. It will also be streamed on the city's website. The city is also still offering mental health support at the Boulder Strong Resource Center on Baseline Road. In addition to that, there are some other resources on your screen right now. We know days like this can be really difficult, but there is always help available. You can reach Colorado Crisis Services at any hour. Just call 1-844-493-8255, or you can even text the word TALK to 38255. You can also call the national number, which is 988.